tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The New England Patriots taking on Andy Dalton and the Carolina Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Carolina Panthers and the New England Patriots. It's a rematch of the 2004 Super Bowl. The Pats and Panthers are underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're led out by a 3-time Pro Bowler, owner of over 35,000 passing yards in 11 seasons, the veteran Andy Dalton.
I love his football IQ. I love his ability to have people rally around him. And as he likes to remind me all the time when I get ready to call one of his games, I can run it a little bit too. A nice presence to have on your team.
And Dalton going to throw right away. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Patriots take over. Now we get a first look at this Patriots offense, and of course leading them for his 2nd season. Last year's Rookie of the Year runner-up out of Alabama, Mac Jones.
I think we'll all remember 2021 as a banner quarterback draft, and we saw 5 taken in the first round. It was actually the 5th of those 5, Mac Jones, who was the runner-up in the Rookie of the Year voting with the 5th most yards by a rookie in league history. The Patriots, they have to be dancing in the streets with the idea that this guy is going to be their quarterback for about the next 10 years.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it.
Touchdown, Patriots. Julio Jones, 35 yards. And the Patriots will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Here's the rookie 4th-round pick, Pierre Strong. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The CD, as we look at this draft class, this offense received quite a bit of help this past April. It's a group very focused on this side of the ball, particularly when you look at those early picks.
Yeah, when you look at the top of the board, it's pretty clear they wanted an immediate impact player for their offense in the 1st round, and they got him. Beyond that, I like how they kept adding to that unit in the rounds that followed. Those other picks, they may not all be the same type of day-one difference makers, but coach them up, and they could make a difference down the road.
Throwing, Jones. Steps away to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. That's once again complete to Chark. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A give up the middle, Hubbard. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. So Dalton now. Wisely will throw that one away. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Strong. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down and 4. Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. To the right side, this is Stevenson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely touchdown. Julio Jones ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game, and they are able to add on to their advantage. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
So that one a long 11-play drive, and it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton, and that is incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. To throw here, Dalton. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over 1st and 10. New England's offense set to go. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he... It's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. They find some open field here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Ramondre Stevenson, 56 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton, throw left side on target to Thielen. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Dalton off play action. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Jones. That is caught inside the 5. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Juju Smith-Schuster from 3 yards out. And the Patriots are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
And his drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Henry Anderson there on the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. First throw now for the backup Brady. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
2nd and 5 now. Corral. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Corral to throw, 1st and 10. He's got a man, that's Marshall. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. Corral. He's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
So the Patriots coming out now. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe. To throw, it's Brady. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Here's Brady to throw. Forced out to his left. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. first and 10, it's Strong. On the move past the 40. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Flushed out right. This one into the hands of Nixon. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Give up the middle to Strong. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Big stop, Pete. Big stop. Let's go. 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Tackles, tackles.
They'll run with Strong. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Pierre Strong taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Pats will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Folk connects on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was Pierre Strong who finished things off with a touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Matt Corral in this offense back to the field now. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now Corral. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you Work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this one complete to Smith. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try to run with Strong. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Pierre Strong, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Folk. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, Corral. Throw caught here by Bird. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher...
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
To the air again with Corral. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
A give running right is strong here.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
2nd and 11.
On play action, it's Brady. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Give to Strong running right. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
74 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll go again with Strong.
Tackle made by Ole Miss's Marquise Haynes. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Brady. Rolling to his right.
Open man, that's Gesicki down the field.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is Strong. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Brady going to look to throw.
That's to Parker. What a catch.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Folk connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Corral.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Corral with it on 1st down.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. To the air again, here's Corral.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.